All right, guys, so you're in your math workbook, your enVision math workbook, and we are on page 38. 38. If you would please find that in your book. So please go to page 38 in your book. So when you're looking at page 38, it says, how can you divide using repeated subtraction? So we're going to be working with repeated subtraction instead of repeated addition, which is what we were doing before. So now we're in division, and division is the opposite of multiplication, just like subtraction is the opposite of addition. Let's go ahead and watch our video. So you're on page 38, and you can follow along on that page, or you can watch the video with me.
How can you divide using repeated subtraction? Think about this question during the lesson. June has 10 strawberries to serve to her guests. If each guest eats 2 strawberries, how many guests can June serve? Look at the bar diagram that shows the division. What part shows the total number of strawberries?
Okay, so we're looking at how many are the total. So if you look here, 10 total strawberries. You can find that as the top of our bar diagram.
The line above the bar shows the total. There are a total of 10 strawberries. Why is there a 2 in the box? It shows that each guest will get 2 strawberries. What does the arrow stand for? The arrow stands for the number of guests who will get 2 strawberries.
Okay, so this will be like the bar diagrams that we've been drawing, where we're going to figure out, instead of trying to figure out what the total is, where we have the groups and how many are in each group, now we know the total and we know how big each group is. So now we're going to determine how many groups there are.
How can you use subtraction to solve this problem?
Okay, so let's think about that. How could we subtract if we have 10 total strawberries and we're going to pass out 2 to each person? How would we subtract that?
You can use repeated subtraction to find how many groups of 2 are in 10. How do you know when to stop subtracting? You stop when you get to 0. Then you know that there are no more groups of 2 to subtract.
Okay, so now we're going to try it.
Drag the strawberries to the mat to show how many guests can get 2 strawberries.
Okay, so we got 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets, and 5 sets.
You can subtract 2 5 times. There are 5 groups of 2 in 10. There are no strawberries left.
So see how they subtracted 2 from the 10, got us to 8. 2 from the 8, and we're at 6. 2 from the 6, now we're at 4. 4 minus 2 is 2, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So that's when we know we stop subtracting.
June can serve 5 guests. How can division be used to solve this problem?
You can write a division equation to find the number of groups.
Ten divided by 2 equals what number? What do the parts in the division equation stand for? 10 is the total number of strawberries. 2 is the number of strawberries each guest gets. The question mark is the number of guests who get the strawberries. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. June can serve 5 guests. Now you know how to divide using repeated subtraction.
Okay, so on the bottom of page 38, we're going to solve the convince me. Let's look at that one on here.
June has 10 strawberries to serve her guests. If each guest eats 5 strawberries, how many guests can June serve? Use the math you know to represent the problem.
All right. Switch over to the camera. Okay. So we have kind of the opposite situation as the problem up above. They had 10 guests and each guest got 2, so they were able to serve 5 guests. So now let's look at this one. In the example above, what if each guest ate 5 strawberries? Okay, so let's do our circles. Okay, so we have 10 circles, and we're going to do groups of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many guests can she serve if they get 5? This will be 10 divided by 5 equals 2. 2 people. Okay, go ahead and pause if you need to so that you can get this written down in your book. And then when you're ready, meet me on page 39. Okay. All right, so on page 39, number 1 says, show how you can use repeated subtraction to find how many groups of 4 there are in 20. Then write a division equation to solve the problem. So we're going to start with 20. And we're going to repeatedly subtract the 4. So 20 minus 4 would equal 16. 16 minus 4 would equal 12. 12 minus 4 would equal 8. 8 minus 4 would equal 4. And 4 minus 4 would equal 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our division problem, 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Okay, go ahead and pause that and make sure you get that written down on your paper. All right, and we're going to go to number 2 when you are finished writing that. Okay, number 2 says, the bell choir has 16 gloves. There are 2 gloves in each pair. How many pairs of gloves are there? So you can use counters or you can draw a picture. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 circles to represent all of the gloves. Remember, they come in pairs. So pair is 2. There's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So how many times were we able to make a pair of gloves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Okay. And eventually you'll know your facts so well that you can do these without drawing a picture. But for now, we want to make sure that we can draw a picture to represent what we're talking about. So number 3 says, Ruth has 15 dog treats. She gives each of her dogs 3 treats. How many dogs does Ruth have? Okay, so again, we can do our circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we need to put them in groups of 3. So count to 3, count 3 more, count 3 more, count 3 more, and count 3 more. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15 divided by 3, she can feed 5 dogs. Okay, make sure you pause this and make sure you have everything that I have written on my paper, because you never know if that's going to be one of the questions in our Edmodo. All right, when you are finished writing all of that, come back. We're going to do number 4. Number 4 says complete the equation. So they've already started doing the repeated subtraction here, and we're just going to finish filling in the spaces. So Ruth picks 14 apples. She places 7 apples in each bag. How many bags does Ruth have? So first we subtract 14 minus 7. Well, 7 plus 7 makes 14. So if I take away 7, I'll be back at 7. And then 7 minus 7 is 0. So 14 divided by 7, you can only do it 2 times. 1, 2. Okay, pause if you need to. Number 5, the wagons on the farm have 4 wheels. There are 12 wheels. How many wagons are on the farm? So we're going to take away 4 until we're at 0. So 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. We've done that 1, 2, 3 times. So 12 divided by 4 would be 3. There are 3 wagons. Oop, I forgot to fill that 2 bags over here. Okay? So go ahead and pause if you haven't gotten all of that filled in, because you're going to need everything filled in, especially when you're using it for your homework. You can refer back to this. Your homework should be very similar to this. Number 6 and 7, use counters or draw a picture to solve. So number 6 says, Shirley bought 30 markers that came in packages of 5 markers each. How many packages did Shirley buy? So we could draw little markers even. So we need to draw 30 of them though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. There's a lot of markers. Okay, we're going to do 5 markers in each group. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So how many packages did she buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 packages of markers. 30 divided by groups of 5 equals 6. And 6 times 5 equals 30. All right, number 7, Marcus has 18 pencils. He places 2 pencils on each desk. How many desks are there? So 18 pencils divided up into groups of 2 will equal what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, get your 18 little pencil lines, and we're going to put them in groups of 2. Go to 2 and circle them. Go to 2 and circle 2, 2, and 2. So how many groups did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there are 9 circles, 9 sets that Marcus passed out. Okay, so make sure you pause this before we go to the next page. You need to have everything You need to have everything on your page because when you're doing your homework, you're going to want to be able to look back and see what we did. Because when you're doing your homework by yourself, you might be like, what was it that we talked about? We talked about this, but I can't quite remember. All right. My camera's all cattywampus. Sorry about that. Let me get this straightened out here, kiddos. Sorry. It's got to be distracting. All right. So the chart, this is the chart right here, shows the number of pennies each of 3 friends has in her pocket. Each friend divides her money into piles of 3 coins. Write division equations to show how many how many equal piles each friend can make. Explain what repeats in the equations and how it helps you solve. All right. So we're going to divide her money into piles of 3 coins. All right. So let's do a C for Claudia. She's the first one. She has 18. So we're going to do piles of 3 for hers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Piles of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 6 of them. So we can make 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Let's do Zoe. Zoe has 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Groups of 3 again. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So hers is 12 divided by 3 equals how many sets? 4. And then let's take Jenna's up here. I'm going to put Jenna up here. J for Jenna. Jenna has 15 cents. Okay. Well, I should probably put cents behind these, huh? 12 cents. Where can I put it? 12 cents, I guess. There we go. Okay, so we're going to make 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 15 divided into groups of 3 will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Okay, so pause this if you need to get this written down. Don't go ahead because we want to make sure we get everything done together. That will make it a lot easier for you. We have a test coming up on all of the stuff we've been working on, so we want to make sure that we know what we're doing. Number 9 says, if Zoe makes columns of 6 pennies each, how many rows does she make? So Zoe, look at Zoe. Zoe has 12 cents. And if we make them into groups of 6 pennies, how many rows will she make? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? We're going to make groups of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a circle. Okay? And that means that 12 divided by 6 will give you 2 groups. And that's how big the groups are. There's 6 in each group. All right. Make sure you get that written down. Number 10. Bella has $52. She spends $21, then finds $12. How much money does she have now? Use math to represent the problem. All right. So first of all, she starts out with $52. And she buys some things for $21. So how much money does she have? 2 take away 1 is 1. 5 take away 2 is 3. So she's got $31 left. But then she finds 12. Maybe it was in her pocket and she didn't realize. So we're going to add that together. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So she has $43 now. Okay, again, please pause because I know I write pretty fast and I want you to make sure you get everything written down. Another stitch in time saves 9. It might seem like a lot right now, but we are going to keep plugging away and everything we do together will just make it a lot easier. Number 11 says, an ice cream store plans to make 8 new flavors each year. So every year they're open, they're going to make 8 new flavors. How many years will it take for the store to make 80 flavors? 80 flavors. So 80's the total. 80's the total. Divided up by 8 years. So what can you think of that would get us from 8 to 80? If we divided 80 things up into groups of 8. So if I do, let's see, if I do some tallies, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 2 groups. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32. Okay, got to keep going. We got to go to 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Got to keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 54, 63. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 72 and 80. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We would need 10 years to get there. 10 years to get there. So we have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, 88, 96. That's a song we're going to learn. Way more fun when you hear the video, not just me. All right, let's move down to number 12. Number 12 says, Eric writes the following. 20 minus 5 equals 15. 15 minus 5 equals 10. 10 minus 5 equals 5. And 5 minus 5 equals 0. What equation could Eric use to represent the same problem? Okay, so they subtracted 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 20 divided by 5 equals 4. Do we have anything like that? 20 divided by 5 equals 4. That will work. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Will that work? No, not quite. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Not quite. 5 times 5 equals 25. Well, we can't beat that because 20 is the highest we're going. So there's only one correct answer. Number 13, Jackie writes the following. 24 minus 8 is 16. 16 minus 8 equals 8. 8 minus 8 equals 0. So we've subtracted 1, 2, and 3 times. So 24 divided by 8 will make 3. Which problem is Jackie trying to solve? 24 divided by 8. Looks like she's breaking it up by 8s, so that sounds right. 24 divided by 6. Well, I don't see a 6 there. 24 minus 16. No. We're doing repeated subtraction by groups of 8. 24 times 3. That would be 24 plus 24 plus 24. That'd be too much. So A is our answer. All right. So make sure you have all of your answers written down from this whole page here. See, wrong way, Mrs. Martinez. This away we go. All right. So you want to make sure you have everything written down from this page before you get going on your homework, because a lot of the questions that are on here are the ones that are going to be written a different way, but the same kind of problem on your homework. So looking at our homework, number 1 says use repeated subtraction to help you solve. So you're going to repeatedly subtract. This right here is repeated subtraction. Repeated subtraction again right here. Number 2, there are 16 books. The librarian arranged 4 books on each shelf. How many shelves are there? So there's 16 groups of 4. How many times will a group of 4 make until we get to 16? Joseph had 28 paintbrushes to give to 4 members of the art club. He wanted to give an equal number of brushes to each member. How many brushes did each member get? So there's 28 total. We're breaking them into groups of 4. How many groups will we get? There's 16 total. We're breaking them into groups of 4. How many will we get? Okay. And then on the back side, page 42, it says Daniel has to carry 32 boxes to his room. He can carry 4 boxes on each trip. How many trips will Daniel take? Show your work. So you can draw a picture here of all of his trips and how you would subtract that out repeatedly. All right. So number 5 says the United States Mint, that's a place that makes money, released 5 state quarters every year. There are 50 states. How many years did it take for all 50 state quarters to be released? Write and solve an equation, okay? 50 total, 5 quarters each year. What would that be? How many years would that be? Number 6 says, write an equation that represents the bar diagram below. We have 40 total, broken up into groups of 5, and there are 8 in each group. What equation can you write here? Okay. Number 7 says, compare 249 and 271. Write the greater number in word form. Ooh, word form. That's going to be tricky. Looks like you're going to need to say hundreds, tens, ones to explain yourself. Right? Number 8 says higher order thinking. A newspaper has more than 30 pages and fewer than 40 pages. The newspaper is divided into sections, and each section has exactly 8 pages. How many sections does the newspaper have? All right, that's a big one. Let's think about this. A newspaper has more than 30 pages. So just one newspaper has 30 pages, but less than 40. So it could be 31, could be 38, could be 39. The newspaper is divided into sections, and each section has exactly 8 pages. How many sections does the newspaper have? So you're trying to divide up. Divide by 8. That's between 30 and 40. Ooh, that's a challenging one. I'm excited to see who can figure that one out. All right, number 9 says, the store clerk has 21 mugs to display on shelves. She wants to display an equal number of mugs on each shelf with no mugs left over. Which problem below shows a way she can do this? 21 divided by 2, 21 divided by 5, 21 divided by 7, 21 divided by 10. Which one shows how she can do that? Number 10 says Tamara has 20 dolls. She wants to store them in boxes with an equal number of dolls in each box. She does not want any dolls left over. How can she divide the dolls equally into boxes with none left over? 20 dolls. do you think it would be? Put $3 in each box, put $4 in each box, put $6 in each box, or put $8 in each box? All right. We have covered an awful lot today. Good job, guys. That is just wonderful. I know it's a lot of work. So good job. And I hope that you've gotten everything written down. And now that you've gotten everything written down and we've gone over the homework, it would be a good idea, if you can, to go ahead and try to finish up your homework now and get that all filled out so that it's ready for us to correct tomorrow. But if you need to take a few minutes of a break, I understand that too. Just don't forget to come back and do your homework because that'll be an important step. All right, guys, thank you so much.